Peter Friedrich.
A few weeks ago, India's Modi began deepening his already intimate relationship with Russia's Putin. Not long ago, Modi was aligning so closely with our nation's Trump that the media called it a bromance, but now it's turning into a real geopolitical love triangle. What does that have to do with Alameda County? Well, we're all familiar with allegations of Russian interference in US elections, but a better kept secret is how India's Modi is meddling in American politics. One major way that he's doing that is through his sympathizers here in the Bay Area. Modi got his start in a violent paramilitary called the RSS, which embraces an ideology called Hindutva. The American nonprofit Justice for All describes Hindutva as a fascist, Nazi-inspired majoritarian ideology. Here in the US, the HSS, which is the RSS's international wing, openly states that it is inspired by that same fascist ideology of Hindutva. So it is very concerning that the HSS, which has 9 chapters in Alameda County, may have engaged county officials seeking the same favors it has already received from many other neighboring cities and counties, namely recognition and legitimization. Here at the local level is where the HSS and associated groups first begin to gain influence so that they can insert Hindutva ideology into America's socio-political fabric. But it doesn't stop here. Once Hindutva figures get their feet in the doors of local governments, they use it as a stepping stone to ever higher levels of political power, state, federal, even the White House itself. Meanwhile, Modi's regime is engaging in transnational repression against Americans who criticize his Hindutva policies. I've personally experienced it from India's spy agency, RAW, which even assassinated one activist in Canada before it got caught trying to assassinate another in New York City. That's why we need legislation like California's SB 509 to curb transnational repression. And that's why Alameda County must disavow engagement with groups like the HSS. For the sake of our American values, will you please have the courage to do that? And I have for each supervisor an information packet about Hindutva. Thank you.